Excel has many powerful features, and conditional formatting is one of them. Today, I'm going to show you how to use it and how to get the most out of it. Let's get it started. Here I have a dataset which we will use for conditional formatting and which you can download from the link in the description. Our superhero manager wants to see all the superheroes that defeated more than 100 villains in 2023 and also the ones with less than 70. In this case, conditional formatting allows us to highlight those cells. Let's first select the content of this column. Press Ctrl, Shift and down arrow to select the whole content. Now go to Home tab and Conditional Formatting. If you hover the cursor over the conditional formatting, Excel is telling us that this feature easily spots the trends and patterns within the dataset and can help us to highlight those values. We can click on it, and here we have highlight cells rules. Here we have multiple conditions, greater than, less than, between, equal to, and so on. We need to highlight the ones that are greater than 100, so we will click on it. Here we can write 100. And we can see that we already have some of the cells highlighted with red. Defeating 100 supervillains is not a bad thing, so we would want to change the formatting to a different color. We can do it from here, and let's choose the green. And now click OK. We have highlighted the ones above 100. Let's do it one more time for the ones that defeated less than 70. Less than 70. And defeating 70 villains is neither a bad thing, so we would also change the formatting to yellow color. You can see that we have some highlightings in here, but for instance, the values equal to 100 or equal to 70 are not highlighted. In this case, we will need to change a little bit the conditional formatting. So let's select the cells again, Ctrl Shift down arrow, Conditional Formatting, and Manage Rules. Here we have both conditional formats that we have created. Let's edit one of them. So here we can see that condition at the moment is less than. We need to change it to less than or equal to. And the other one also from greater than to greater than or equal to. OK and OK. So now the values equal to the set point that we've inserted are also highlighted. We showed this to our manager, but he says that he wants highlighted the entire row, not just one column. In this case, we will have to delete this formatting and add a new one. So let's select the formatted cells, Ctrl Shift down arrow, go to Conditional Formatting, and here in Clear Rules, we could clear the rules only for the selected cells, or at this point, we could just unselect it and clear the rules for the entire sheet. So all the conditional formatting rules will be deleted. Now we need to create a new rule. Let's select the whole content of the table. So click on A2, Ctrl Shift right arrow, down arrow. All the content now is selected. Conditional formatting. And we won't go to highlight cell rules anymore. We will create a new rule. And we will use a formula for that. And we will say equal to column E and the first cell from the column. So it will be E2, but we will put a $sign in front, so the column will be fixed. And now we will say greater and equal than 100. And now we will want to format the cells to a green color, and the font will be white. So now the values equal and above 100 are highlighted. Now we need to highlight the ones that are equal or below 70. So let's go once again. We could create a new rule, or we could go to Manage Rules and edit the existing rule. But first we will need to duplicate it and then edit. So instead of 100, we will write 70. And instead of greater sign, we will write less sign. And we will change the color from a lighter gray. And now click OK. And again OK. So now the whole rows are highlighted. We talked to our manager, but it seems that there are quite a lot of superheroes with more than 100 wins, and it's quite hard for him to follow the actual performance. He now wants to find an easy visual way where he can see the performance numbers for 2023. So in this case, we can select the content from that column, Ctrl-Shift-Down arrow, go to Conditional Formatting, and go to Data Bars, and let's put some green data bar. Now we have the bars that show visually how much is the value from the maximum one. So as I can see, 150 is the maximum value and all the other bars are adjusted according to it. We showed this to our superhero boss and he praises us and he wants us to show him the performance of the superheroes comparing to the previous year for 2022. In this case, we will need to create a new column. We will call it performance in %. And now we need to calculate it. So it will be the values from 2023 minus values from 2022. We will put it into round brackets and we will divide it by the 2022. Now we need to format the values into percentage. We will select all the values and click on %style and we will add some decimals. So now we have the performance in %. We could also format this column and add some data bars. And what we could also do is to add some more format condition and we will insert some icons. You can see that something is wrong with these icons because in some of the cells they are right. Here we have negative %, but here we have a positive % and the icon is for the nothing change. So we will have to select our cells and see what's wrong with that formatting. Let's manage the rules. Let's go to our rule, edit it. And here you can see that the type is in %. We need to change it to number. Here we need to put this icon only for the values that are higher than 0. And here it's greater and equal. And now we click OK and OK once again. So now it seems that everything is right. For the negative, we have down arrow. For positive, we have up arrow. And for 0%, we have neutral one. After we've done that, the boss wants us to see the top 3 performance of 2023 to give them a Medal of Honor. In this case, we can select again the content of the performance column. And we will insert conditional formatting for the top items. And instead of 10, we will write 3. And we will format it custom with yellow. And click OK. And once again, OK. So now we have Spider-Man, which is the biggest performance, and then Jean Grey, and the Falcon. It seems that the Falcon is quite pumped because of his new Captain America position. So we showed this dataset to our manager and he's amazed. And he wants us to add one more column where he can track the status of each superhero, whether he's on duty or on a vacation or even on medical leave. So we would want to create a new column. We will call it status. And here, within this column, we will need to go to Data tab and add data validation content in here. We will make it a list and we will write on duty, comma, on vacation, comma, medical leave. And click OK. So now we are able to choose the content for the cell. Everyone is on duty. And if we double click in this lower bottom corner, we flash fill it. Now we can select the content from all the data set. Let's go to conditional formatting and we will add a new rule. And we will use the formula. And we will say if column G starting from 2, and we will put a $sign in here, equals with on vacation, we will put the text into quotes. Then we will format it into blue with white text. And OK. So now if Thor goes on a vacation, the whole row is blue. Now let's create one more conditional formatting. And we could use the previous one. So let's go to conditional formatting, manage rules. Let's duplicate this one and now edit it. And instead of on vacation, we will write medical leave. And we will format it with a red color. And click OK. And OK again. So if Hulk, for some reason, goes on a medical leave, the row goes red. As I've told you, now you're a superhero analyst. What conditional formatting feature did you find the most useful? Mine, for sure, is the combination of the data validation with the conditional formatting. If you enjoyed the tutorial, leave it a thumbs up. You might also enjoy my other tutorials that are on the right side of the screen. My name is Christian, and it's a pleasure to be with you in your learning journey. See you.